I'll say this: I think the next 3 to 4 months are going to be very pivotal here in 2026. Um, what happens in that period of time? I think a lot of y'all may anticipate the domino theory and the other things that I've talked about. Do they kick the can past this period right here? I don't know that they can. Now, if they can use financial engineering and curb, they can use quantitative easing or something. It wouldn't be quantitative easing that would continue to cause inflation there in Japan. If they could reduce into money supply or do something else to be able to mitigate the yen depreciating against the dollar. And again, if the Fed raises interest rates, that could also cause problems because our dollar would strengthen against their yen, and then they would have to raise interest rates in correspondence with that. If the Fed lowers interest rates, then that trade may not make sense anymore for other people that have their returns of their borrowed money in U.S. Treasuries, because the yields will drop. Our currency would depreciate against the yen. Now, if the Fed came down 25 basis points and the yen and Japan held their interest rates, that would really be the only way that I think they could continue to walk this line of where things sit. But if we reduce interest rates here, that could cause additional issues for things that the Fed has to watch, both unemployment and inflation. So I think it's likely that the Fed will hold. If Japan does nothing and just sits here, I think that it'll likely end up being an emergency meeting that they have to roll out in May or June to be able to move things and let everything roll out. I think that they need stablecoin regulation in place. So until if the OCC had come out and said, this is what it is, too bad, so sad, and hadn't asked for comments from the banks by May 1st, I would have said, yeah, they'll probably go ahead and roll it. But because there's a delay here and the implementation of the yield on these stable coins is probably going to take a little bit longer, I think they might hold here at the end of April, and we may not see anything until May. Once, the guidance from the OCC has been put in place, those comments have been had, and they roll that out, that's when I think you're going to see everything unwind. Because if they do it prior to that, we're going to have a big problem for the bond market here in the U.S., and I don't think the U.S. is going to allow that to take place.